This video is for entertainment purposes only. Let's roll. I also want to say I don't condone anything that I did with this in this video. I don't suggest anybody do what I did in this video. I did this on my own, risk. I would never tell somebody else to do what I did, but I'll tell you what I did and it got the Airpods Pro up and running again, back in service. So I'm going to show you something that I did real quick, guys. Okay. On these AirPods Pro, I had an issue where I couldn't get them to. Well, I was able to get them. If I was going to use the back button to reset it, I would get them to retask to the phone. I would get them to reconnect. But the right side was out. And when I opened them up and I set the phone next to it, you get, if you own an Apple set of AirPods, an Apple phone, you get that button to come up that gives you the status of your charge and everything, and you set your phone next to it, okay? And I couldn't get it to do that for the life of me. So what I did, I'm not going to grab my phone and show you how it works. If you got an Apple phone, you already know it. If you don't, then don't worry about it because you don't have an Apple phone. So I went ahead and contacted the app for support. The support told me to take it into a warranty station. I'm like, I don't want to do that. So what I did, and this is just for entertainment purposes only, I'm not saying to actually do this. I took the culprit out and I stuck a Q-tip down there, and I just kind of stuck a Q-tip in there and just moved it in a circular fashion. And then I put this back in. And instead of having, it had a green light whenever I put it in because it was reading this one over here, but it wasn't giving power or any of the stuff to this right side. Then the amber light came back on, so I put the right side of my ear, and I put the earbud in my ear, and the haptic portion of the clicker thing worked. I began to get that clicker sound when you turn it on and off, and it began to, it would actually begin to read the status of my AirPods again when the lid was up and next to the phone. So whatever reason, this thing here was just kind of wasn't getting any of the inputs from the case. So, and then I went ahead, put both of them back in my ear, turned it on, and then you get that out of power sound, that doot 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 sound it makes right here. So on the right side. So I went ahead, plugged it back in. The amber light was on because it was out of power, and then now both sides work. So that's what I did. I just went ahead, when this side gave out, I took it out, I stuck a Q-tip down in there, and I just kind of moved it in a circular fashion a little bit, and I went ahead and grabbed my shirt and I wiped down those metallic portions on the posts. And then I went ahead and put the phone next to there, flipped it up. The status and the charge all came back together. This side started working again. It was out of power, so it conked out. So I went ahead and put it back on charge. Now both of them were back in service. They work again. So that's how I got this turned around when the right side went out. It was rather interesting when the right side went out. It just when I would put the phone next to him with the lid up, it just wouldn't get status. It wouldn't get that report window that talked about what was charged on the phone. None of that stuff. So, it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of interesting. It kind of seemed like a lot on my phone was going on with the right side. So I just thought I'd share that with you real quick. That was how I got these up and running again. I tried to use the button method where I push the button down and the light turns clear, and then I reconnect them again. And now when I reconnected them, I think I was able to reconnect them with that status, in a traditional way you connect the AirPods to your iPhone, but it just wasn't reading the right one until I went in there and ran the Q-tip down in that, and those two little metallic portions down in there. So that's how I got it working, and I just thought I'd share that with you real quick.